and gentlemen, welcome to day 5 of the Steam Summer Getaway Sale. This is Hold On To Your Butts, where I just give you an idea of what's available today on Steam sale, and give you an idea of how they did on Metacritic, and what things are going for, and if I know anything about them, and what my opinion is of them. So let's just jump right in. Today's big featured game on the sale is Reyes. It's a god game that was developed by Abbey Games, where you control nature through the hands of mighty giants. Is essentially what it says. I know nothing about this game. I am going to pick it up to give it a shot. Today it's 50% off at $4.99. Metacritic score for it is 76 out of 100 with a user score of 7.4. So it's fairly, it's a little bit above middle of the road. Destructoid liked it, they gave it a 90, and XGN gave it an 85. But if you're into god games, you might want to give it a shot. For $5, it's kind of a throwaway. So I definitely am going to give it a shot myself, and maybe be able to give you a little bit more of an opinion as to what's available there. Let's go ahead and move on to the remaining 9 games. Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion is I believe it's the newest game in the Sins of a Solar Empire series, which is 4X series, or it's essentially 4X series. I'm not too familiar with it. 4X games haven't really been anything that I've really dived into. I do have them, so I will probably check them out at some point, but I haven't yet gotten to it. So this game is 75% off, or $9.99. This was developed by Ironclad Games. And it was given 100 by a lot of critics. Well, no, by one. I turned into a liar there. By one critic that I see that I've never heard of. The most reputable review that I see on here is PC Gamer in June of 2012, where they gave it an 86. The Metacritic score is 82 out of 100, and the user score is actually significantly lower than that at 7.6. 75% off. It's $10. If you're into that type of game, if you're into the series, you might want to pick it up. But if you haven't really dived into it before, I might want to give it a pass at $10. Dust: An Elysian Tale is a game that was ported from the Xbox Arcade. It came out actually in 2012 on the Xbox Arcade, and this came out about 2 months ago on Steam. It's an action role-playing game. I haven't really heard much bad about it. I guess Xbox Magazine, which isn't really in my opinion, a reputable source, gave it a 9.5 out of 10. IGN gave it an 8.5, and GameSpot gave it a 7. The critiques that I see mostly are on the combat side. Xbox Live, of course, really liked it. Everywhere else seems to say that the combat could have been stronger. GameSpot actually didn't like the voice acting or the story, but thought that the backgrounds were good. I also don't know much about this game. I'm not a role-playing game guy. It's 50% off, or $7.49. Metacritic score for the Xbox version was 83. So I don't know what the Metacritic score for the PC version is, or what they did to actually make the port workable. I haven't actually tried out Dust, but if you have been wanting to try out Dust since it came out on Xbox and you haven't, for whatever reason, like maybe you don't have an Xbox and you want to play it on PC, or you just don't buy games on the Xbox, It is now available during today's sale for 50% off at $7.49. Terraria, 75% off, $2.49. Just buy this game. This game is terrific. I play an awful lot of this game. I play it now more on the Xbox than I do on PC, but I put in a lot of time on the PC. PC's got a Metacritic score of 83, with a user score that's at 8.2. GamePro actually gave it 100. I wouldn't agree with that. Well, the game I do think has its flaws. It is definitely a very cool game. I like the art style. The music is fantastic, and really, it's the sort of game. It's very sandboxy. You can do whatever you want. You can craft. You can build your own houses. It's just a very, very cool game. And I would highly recommend it at $2.49. You really can't not buy that game. God of War 2 Retribution is set in the Warhammer 40k universe. It's developed by Relic. This is an RTS. Haven't played this game either. It's got a Metacritic score of 80. The user rating is 7.7. And I don't see any really reputable reviews on the high end. At 75% off, though, at $7.49, it might be a good time to actually be able to dip in and see if this game is for you. If you're into RTS games, you might want to go ahead and give it a pick up. Moving on, Dishonored is 66% off. That's $10.19. If you have a spare $10.19 lying around, for the love of God, pick up this game. This game is fantastic. It's a stealthy action adventure game. It's Bethesda. If you can ever pick up a Bethesda game at under $15, just do it. Don't think about it. Why are you still listening? Buy it. Go now. Metacritic gave it a 91, or it's got a Metacritic score of 91. IGN gave it a 9.2. G4 gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Game Informer gave it 8.75. It's a fantastic game. The art style's awesome. I can't say enough about it. Just pick it up. 66% off. Do it. Go now. Castle Crashers, 75% off, $3.74. And this game is old. Really old. It's a game by the Behemoth, so it's got that cool sort of cutesy style. It is a 2D beat 'em up that came out on Xbox Live in 2008, on my birthday, August 27th in 2008. 2 years later, it was released on the PlayStation 3. That's in August of 2010. Another 2 years later, it was released on Windows and Mac. So this game has been around for quite a while. If you never had a chance to play it on the Xbox Live Arcade, and you have 4 friends, I really would recommend picking this up for you and your 4 friends. Now, that being said, if you are just going to play this by yourself, if you don't play co-op games, if you don't like co-op games, if you don't like the 4-player co-op experience, do not pick it up. Don't pick it up unless you have 4 friends that have it, or you're going to pick it up for 4 people. Because it's not a worthwhile experience outside of the co-op. But inside the co-op, it is a really fun game. I wasn't able to pull the Metacritic scores for the PC version, but the Xbox version got a 82, PS3 version got an 86, and reviews from GameSpot 8.5. IGN gave the Xbox version a 9 and a PS3 version an 8.5. I don't know anything about the PC version, but the Xbox version, if you can play it with 4 people, was fantastic. Moving on, Killing Floor. Perfect timing again on Killing Floor. It's 80% off this time around. This game always goes on sale with every single sale, and it is, in my opinion, just, I mean, it took me a little while to start to like the game, and it's, because I'm not really big on shooters, it wasn't really my kind of game to begin with. But if you get together with a group of your friends and you just go off and kill the Zeds in the game, or kill the specimens in the game, it's super fun, and the guns feel really good, and it's really fun to like level your skill or up. It's just so good. And right now, until July 23rd, we're in the middle of the Summer Sideshow event. This game is really old. I mean, it has been around for I want to say 4 years. It came out in 2009. The mod, the original mod, came out in 2005. It was originally a mod for Unreal Tournament 2004. So it's been around for a really long time, but Tripwire is constantly putting out new levels for it, new content. 80% off at $3.99. It's super cheap, and it's a super fun, great shooter experience. I would not pass it up at $3.99. And like I said, they're in the middle of the Summer Sideshow. They just came out with a new Pure Pain map. So you get in on that, you can play that. Everybody's out in droves right now playing Killing Floor because it's the Summer Sideshow event. You got all new achievements, and every time that these events come around, and they come around quite often. So every time they come around, they offer new levels or new unlockables and new achievements to push the game and make the game even more worthwhile to own and to have. So it's an experience that just keeps on giving. War game, Airland Battle, probably I know nothing about this game, but right now to me that's the dumbest name I've heard of in a while. It's an RTS. It's 50% off. That's $20. It's got a Metacritic score of 80. You get a score of 7.9. I have no idea what this game is or is about. I've never touched it, so you can't rely on my opinion of the game. If there's a demo of the game, I might check it out. And for $20, it's not enough for me to throw at. I mean, if I'm going to play an RTS, first off, it's not going to be a modern military RTS. There's enough modern military games out there that I don't need yet another one. But if you know people that played it that say War Game Airland Battle, man, that game is the greatest game I ever done played, which I've never heard anyone say that. You might want to pick it up. But it's $20, $19.99. It is 50% off of the regular $39.99 price, but it's still $19.99. Last but certainly not least is Max Payne 3, 75% off, $9.99. It's still a relatively new game. It's really pretty. I haven't made it all the way through it yet, but what I have played of it has been really, really good. They do throw away what in my opinion was one of the best things about the Max Payne franchise, was the comic book noir sort of feel that the first two games had. Now the third game does sort of retain a little bit of the comic bookiness, but it throws away entirely the noir feel, and it's, you know, kind of throws you into this tropical sort of setting where the setting's not great. I don't like the setting of the game, but I do like the gameplay, and I do like the it's just a really beautiful game. It's an amazingly beautiful game. Rockstar once again came out with, well, actually Rockstar, you know, the GTA games historically have not been very good looking in my opinion. Just look at the hands in any of the games and you'll see why I have such a strong opinion of most GTA games. GTA 5 is going to be a change. It looks good, but everything prior to GTA 4, the hands bothered me so much. Took me out of the experience. But anyway, back to Max Payne 3. 75% off at $9.99. I would still say pick it up. It's a really good game. I've enjoyed my experience with it so far. So that's it for today. Once again, the games are Rias, Sins of Azure Empire, Rebellion, Dust of Elysian Tale, Terraria, Dawn of War 2, Dishonored, Castle Crashers, Killing Floor, Wargame, and Max Payne 3. Best of the bunch for me would be this diagonal right here, Terraria, Dishonored, and Killing Floor. I would definitely recommend picking up, if you can, all three of those. If you can only pick up one game, I would say Killing Floor is the absolute blue chipper, you know, best bet out of the bunch to provide the most bang for your buck. $3.99, 80% off. You gotta pick it up. So that's me done for today. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a lovely day, and